Hi guys, thought I'd do a post on fragrance-free living, what it's like, what it means, how I cope. So fragrance-free living and fragrance-free, what is fragrance-free? It's when products are fragrance-free, so they don't contain any artificial or synthetic fragrances, scents, perfumes, parfums, so they're all like fragrance-free. So how does this um, relate to me? Well, I've been fragrance free for 10 years and counting. Um, and yes, it's hard, but I cope with it through using a lot of natural, organic, fragrance free products. And that is beauty, home, health, wellness, makeup, cleaning, everything. So let me just sort of give you a breakdown. And just one thing to say is that unscented is very different to fragrance free. Unscented can still mean that there are ingredients that mask the scent. And I have had like products that have been unscented, but actually they have caused me a bit of a problem. But do your research. Just Google what is fragrance free, and it will come up with lots of meanings as to how you're going to go fragrance free, how to go fragrance free, and what you need to look out for, because everyone's different. They might have different allergies to different fragrances. So I'm not here to advise. I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not medically trained. I'm just sort of giving my journey of how this affects me and what I do to help myself. So how do I live fragrance free? I've got a few notes here anyway, so I don't lose my train of thought. Um, so how do I live fragrance free? Well, it's from the minute you wake up, everything has to be fragrance free. So that is the smell of the house, the products I use. So from washing my hands with soap or a soap gel or a hand wash, has to be fragrance free, or no artificial fragrances, scents, artificial perfumes, anything. So everything's natural, organic in my house. So hair, can't use any hair sprays, gels, anything like that. I just use shampoo and conditioner, which is fragrance free, or no artificial fragrances and scents. So that's shampoo, conditioner, shower gel, body lotions, body creams, body oils, cleanser, moisturizer, toner, serums, night creams, nail polish, nail remover, um, hand cream, deodorants. That's cream, or like a cream deodorant or a spray deodorant. But I don't use like aerosol or anything like that. What else? Makeup, mascara, eyeshadow, foundation, tinted moisturizer, sun cream, SPF, blusher, foundation, lipsticks, lip liners, eyeliners, mascaras, everything fragrance free. Can't have perfume in it. I go downstairs to the kitchen. Everything, all the cleaning products, the sprays, the cleaning cloth, everything, washing up liquid, everything's fragrance free. Yeah, so all of that's fragrance free too. So everything I have to buy, different brands, like all natural brands for my fragrance free stuff. I'll just take a sip of water. Then what else? So I'm loading the dishwasher. I have to use fragrance free dishwasher tablets and rinse aid, like a special fragrance free rinse aid. Or can't use any lemon tablets, because they'll leave a residue on the plate or a bowl, whatever. So what else? Toilet and bathroom cleaner, toilet roll, major thing. Can't have fragrance toilet roll. The paper has to be natural, non-fragranced, and that includes not recycled either. Because for me, some of the toilet roll still has this fragrance on it, even if it's like a special one that's like I've tried the eco-friendly ones. Yeah, I won't go into it, but yeah, fragrance-free candles, can't have those. Sorry, fragrance-free candles. What am I talking about? Candles have to be fragrance-free. So some really lovely brands out there that do natural fragrance, like using essential oils that are really subtle and hardly have any fragrance in them, because they're all like organic, natural fragrances, which I'm actually all right with now. Rose water spray, like I love rose water, it has to be like a natural rose water, not a synthetic fragrance. So yeah, all of this stuff, what I'm sort of getting to is that it is expensive for me to live fragrance free. However, it's a necessity. I have no choice really. I've had to go on this path because I had an allergy 10 years ago to a product I used, and now I have to have an EpiPen. I had to have patch testing on my back. You know, when you go to the hospital and they do this patch test, had to leave that on overnight, and yeah, turns out the culprit was fragrance and perfume. So that was the thing, you know, because sometimes they test for dog hairs and all, like pet hairs and all of that. Mine was fragrance. And that was like years ago, when there were only products that were really, really cheap brands of stuff that just, it says fragrance free on it, but they were really, and I won't say one brand in particular, but because I'm not naming brands, but that, you know, the products I had on the market that were available to me because I was fragrance free back then, just completely different from how the natural free from ranges just exploded in the last sort of, you know, 10 years, I'd say, in the last 5 years, because there's so many different brands out there now. You've got so much more choice. Amazing sites now that have like a huge range of natural, fragrance free, you know, organic ranges of different products. Right, so what's hard about living fragrance free? Well, the biggest one for me is hugging people, because I just love hugs. I love hugs. But yeah, it can be, you know, sometimes I have to air hug, just like air hug, because hugging can be a problem if someone's wearing a really strong aftershave, or you know, or if it's the morning, first thing in the morning is not good. So, you know, you have to let it go, and just sort of just air hug or something, and just it's a shame because, you know, I love hugs, but yeah, going out can be hard because, like, for example, we did a run yesterday, and even running down the road to the seafront, like, I have to avoid people because these people have put like 20 different products on them, like sprays, deodorants, perfumes, whatever. They're walking the dogs and everything, and all I can smell is their perfumes and their fragrances behind me, and it's like a trail. And I have to like avoid, dodge like roads and cars and things because I can't go in their pathway. I have to go around and or walk on the other side of the road because the trail is too much for me to deal with. The best thing that has happened out of this horrific COVID nightmare has been that, for me, wearing masks everywhere has helped me massively deal with all the smells in wherever I'm going, because actually wearing the mask is just brilliant for me. I should have thought of it back then, actually, because it would have helped me a lot in supermarkets and like shopping centres. In fact, I'm going to wear them when I go to like Selfridges or like not Debenhams anymore, but you know, John Lewis or all the big department stores. I feel so sorry for Debenhams. I really love Debenhams. I used to work there when I was 16, so I'm really gutted about that. So yeah, the masks have helped, but again, you know, it's the human contact thing. If people have got perfumes on, it's hard. And if you go, oh, silly me, going to someone's house, can't deal with the candles, or plug in air fresheners, scented candles like incense. Ugh, horrific. Citronella outside, if it's really strong, like too much. Can't deal with that. Yeah, there's some really strong stuff out there that you have to be really careful of. Traveling has to be planned meticulously, especially if it's a hotel, especially if it's abroad where you don't know you haven't got any hope in hell of changing something if you're stuck there. A lot of hotels now have this pumping out fragrance, pumping out in their reception areas. So I have to call. I've got to email templates now. That's why I'm sharing my journey, because I can hopefully help other people that are on their journey, of, you know, what to say to the hotel staff, and write to the reception or the manager to ask them, you know, are their rooms fragranced? Are their toilets fragranced? Are their toilet rolls for unfragranced? what areas have fragrances. The gym, the spa, the spa is always a problem because they might only use fragranced products. So I take my own coconut oil usually, and I can use that. And a lot of the therapists now can just close off a room for me, not have any fragrance or incense burning, and they'll air it all. And I've had so many lovely holidays where it's just been a breeze, where because I've done all the meticulous planning in advance, everyone knows me, my name, everyone knows me when I arrive, because I've had all of the emails going around about my allergies and stuff. So yeah, it's embarrassing sometimes because you think, oh God, I'm the special one, needs and everything, all my list of things that I've asked for. But they've been amazing, they really have. And hotels nowadays are just so much better with dealing with so many allergies, because so many people have allergies now. Whereas back then it was like a little bit more difficult, because I'm also gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, aspartame-free, can't have any of that. So yeah, I do have a lot of intolerances and allergies, but the fragrance one is an actual allergy. I have an EpiPen, and I get sick. The kind of symptoms I get when I come into contact with fragrances, I'm physically sick. I have migraines, I have really, really bad headaches, breathing difficulty, headaches, concentration, just can't bear it. Feels suffocated, it feels claustrophobic. It's not good. Yeah, I've been physically sick when I've worn a product or tried a product that had fragrance in. It actually makes me feel sick now thinking about it. But yeah, it's kind of a real reaction I get. Hence the EpiPen. What else is going out? What else is hard? Oh yeah, like when you go to Mango or like shops that have this fragrance pumping out in their stores. So I love Christmas shopping. I love Christmas. Now it's Christmassy. Obviously I do everything online. I've been doing online shopping for like 15, 20 years, however long it's been. I've worked in tech for 20 years, so it's kind of, for me, I've had an email account since day one. So yeah, I'm pretty, like, everything's online for me. Although I do love going to a shop, I do love shops, but I have to be careful because of the freaking allergies. So yeah, early morning runs are difficult, hugging, etc. Hotel traveling, meetings. Yeah, so like when you're working and stuff, and you go to a meeting in a meeting room, sometimes if there's like loads of people that've got loads of perfumes and aftershaves, it's really hard. Train journey, because you can't really avoid, it's really, you just have to sort of, yeah, I've had to sort of deal with things, manage things. Train journeys are hard, especially if someone next to you comes on and they just get on at the station. Imagine the train's just pulled in. You've been like sitting on the train, yeah, going on my journey, then suddenly someone gets on, huge waft of aftershave or perfume, and they come and sit next to you. You're like thinking, no, don't sit next to me, don't sit next to me. They sit next to you, and then you have to pretend, I've had to pretend I'm getting off at the next stop and just move, wait there, and then get off and run to the next carriage. That's the kind of like the mad, crazy thing I do just to not offend anyone. Or I've just sort of gone backwards on the carriage to pretend I'm going to like toilet or something, and sort of go and sit there. And sometimes I just had to stand up because I've like come across a whole six-seater area. It's just can't. The mornings are so bad. Afternoon, the evening train commute's fine because like a lot of it's worn down, unless someone's had a real zhuzh up because they're going out somewhere on the town or on a date or something. So yeah, it can really affect me. So just the triggers, you just have to be aware. You just have to deal with it. It's just life. Yeah, so these are all the things. Oh, and there's things like glue and paint as well. Like sometimes I get a real, it's like some newly painted offices, or like newly painted, I don't know, shop has been, really can be a real thing. Or that if it's like a chemical plant, not that there's any around here, but say like I've been somewhere and there's like a real smells, like, yeah, that can be a bit of an issue. So actually the mask things really come in handy, because masks for me is great. Not for everyone. I know it's not for everyone, and it's really tough, but I found copper masks great, and other masks and things like are really helpful. But I'm going to go through all in another video, because I won't bore, because I know you've given me a lot of time here listening to me go on about this. But I'm going to do some shorter videos with like different products for like household items, like fragrance free, beauty items, you know, living items, bath and body products, hair products. Where would I recommend? What would I recommend? What have I tried and tested, etc. So anyway, now it's bye from me. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.